Alright, welcome everyone. Welcome to the MCS weekly update live show every Wednesday. So good to see you guys. Chalango, Daniel, Choi. As always, good to see you guys, and it's always to have you on the show. This week we'll have some cool stuff coming out. This is gonna be an exciting month. I know we have a couple of days left in the month, but I can tell you, I get some new product in the pipeline. This week, I can show you guys the Tipx Lok-Bolt block that I've been working on, and some of you guys can able to take that and go and test it out at your location. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get as many of these units out as possible to the world, and as many different regions as possible, trying to kind of spread it out so that way different region get to test them and see how it performs. So right now only one person have I have two out. One go to Evan with Team Defiant. I believe they're in Ohio. I think so. I'm not 100% sure what state they're in, but another one I went to Brett Williams, and he did the test about a couple weeks ago. So far the results has been they're working really well. So today I got 4 units that I just finished now getting out for you guys. So whoever gonna able to get to test them, you can test them. Timothy, good to see you. Jason, Alvaro, Pablo, Scott, hey Jen, good to see you, bud. Caleb and Sherry, good to see you. And I see you next in about 2 weeks at the Killer 69. And Johnny. So guys, so the way that I'm gonna do the Tipx pistol is that I'm gonna pass it out. So you guys kind of nominate people, let them test it for you, and if you can't test them, kind of group together. So that way I have only 4 units that I get done this week. So if we can narrow down to 4 tester for this week, I can get those out for them so they can test. I'm gonna show you the latest version. I just got this off the machine just about a few hours ago. This is the fresh one I just did. This one I'm gonna test it later on to see if it's ready. But the idea is that this is one of those projects that a lot of people gonna have them. So many different configurations out there, and with the Tipx, it's a pistol a little bit different. The valve's different. The bolt was different, so we want to make sure that in the different condition it works right, and so when we actually go production, it is able to perform and keep that up for you guys. I don't want to kind of just throw it out there and make it, and then it turn out to be not working well, and then it's just going to be just another piece of paperweight, and that's one thing that we're definitely trying to avoid. Carlos, good to see you. And Devin, Dave, good to see you guys. This week we are gonna talk about the Lok-Bolt, and then also got some of an auction gun for you. Of course, we do it every week. That's the fun of it, right? So let me go to the auction gun for you. So nothing fancy this week. I just got this basic Vortex marker for you with a braided hose at the bottom right here, and just a basic hand guard, just kind of starter marker for you guys. Starting $100. I was so busy this week that I didn't have a chance to even do a video shooting test of this, but you guys seen that on the on the show here. So, but a lot of things going on. I got to test a new box mag earlier today. Jin, you missed that. That thing was ripping through the 468. I was testing the new Jin, the folding butt stock. That new one I was showing you about, that's also in. So we have stopped by to show you that as well. All been working really great. So next week, subsequently, I start showing you guys more of what coming down to the pipeline and into the following year. So this is right here. This is it's going on right. Oh, Timothy, 150 already, guys. So this is the basic marker. Like I said, it's a Vortex handguard rail quad. You can actually put it in. 14-inch barrel, basic carbine buttstock, has 5 positions. A magazine well, you just depress a little button here, pull it out, the little pin here, and it lets you access to the magazine, and then the chamber there. It's really simple to clean service, and a lot of upgrade on especially on this Vortex. Pretty much nearly every single accessories and upgrade on tip in A5, you can definitely drop it into the Vortex. A lot of people don't know that the pin right here, you go in at an angle, don't go in straight. It actually will push the magazine well up forward and keep it nice and tight. So when you try pushing straight, you're not able to go in straight. You gotta go at an angle. So there are a couple videos that I did kind of cover that, and you can check it out. All right, Jin. Yeah, tomorrow, man. All the stuff that we're talking about for the last couple months, finally got them done. The box mag was shooting really well. So next stage is just kind of work it through and then get them out. So in about maybe next week or so, I'm gonna able to get you guys a shooting video of the box mag and how it functions, and you can start able. Once I have that, you can actually start pre-ordering them. This is one of those projects that we have done in the past, and we're gonna redo it again. So it's not anything magical. We're not adding anything new. Same technology. So way to kind of push it faster. It's gonna be a small version. It's gonna be holding about 140 rounds. That's it. So if we're gonna start with that, and in the future it work out great, we're gonna expand it out to like a 200 and a 300 and so on. But this first one, I'm just gonna cap it at 140, 150. So that way, when you go to play and you want to reload with a pod, just pull, boom, 140 pod, fill it up, close the lid, and off you go again. That allows you to kind of don't have to invest into new gears. It's nothing big and bulky about it. Just nice and tight. Try and keep it that way, so that way it work out across the board for all the players. Oh, guys, Phil, good to see you, bud. Oh, Felix, Ryan McGee. Oh man, Jared, Tom. So, of course, this is up for auction, so you guys can talk about this. I'll go back on it a little bit. So, will you bring box mag Kilo 69? I don't know. I'm gonna bring it, but there's not really nothing for. It's not ready for purchase yet. I'm just gonna able to show you how it works, and then that way you want to pre-order them, you can do that. Like I said, one of the major feature that it added to the box mag this time is a hot swap tower. Like I said, if you have multiple markers, you can buy one box mag and you can buy a different tower for it, and just pull the tower off, replace it, and drop it in with another marker. So you have a Tipx, you have a music, for example, or a TMC, or you have a 468. Yeah, different markers. And all you have to do is just buy one box mag, and you can able to swap them out to different markers as they as you get different towers for it. So it is different from the one in the past. The one in the past is big and bulky. This time we try to make it small, nice and tight. Definitely, it is something that it's gonna get the Magfed players into the game a little bit more. Like I said, I go to a lot of events, and sometimes I go to, like this weekend, I'm going to the Cave Nation down at SC Village. And it's, of course, it's a hopper game by a lot of Magfed players out there, and sometimes they get outgunned and they come to me like, oh man, we need something better, and they don't want to give up their cool looking market. They don't want to give up the Magfed, so they man up and they go out there and they play anyway. Of course, have a great time, but how fun it would be if they have a box mag, just drop it in there and go play up against the hopper and have a great time. And when next weekend they decide to go play with Magfed, drop that off, put a standard mag in, and rock and roll. Or say you're doing first strike and box mag at the same time. For example, you do box mag, boom, 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 boom. You get all the firing power you need, and then hey, when you go some accuracy shot, take that off. Of course, you're gonna chrono with first strike, right? We all know that the velocity goes up. Drop, change, put your box mag away, put your standard magazine in, and of course go boom, 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 play. Okay. It's not just this is meant not to have you guys use the box mag in a Magfed event. Of course, there's a lot of talk about that. People say, oh, I know how box mag at Magfed event. It's not for that. It's for you guys to go play at any given time. You say you go to a paintball field this weekend and you live in an ammo, but you want to do the box mag, just drop it and you play against everybody. So they give you that versatility with the equipment you already have, instead of having two equipment, having a Magfed markers and then having a hopper markers, two different ones. Now you can just use one, and it still retain all that realistic and cool factor that your market already have. Right? Why bother? Why invest into new gear when you can use the one you already have? So that's the idea behind it. Oh, can I get one of those molly pouch? There, we are completely out of that choice. Where I haven't sold the one off the mannequin the other day. Somebody wanted one and we have one, but I do have some box mag left that are in-house. The old version, of course. I know a lot of people been asking about it. So I think this coming week I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather all the box mag up, all the old one that I have, and then I'm just gonna let you guys up for grab on those. And if you guys want one, you can just buy one. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but I'm trying to get rid of all the old ones that I have. We have some sitting around, so this doesn't do me any good for having around. So if you guys want that, let me know. If you guys want one of those old box mag. So back to the Tipx thing, the Lok-Bolt. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want the Lok-Bolt for Tipx to test them, to be a better tester for them, let me know. Actually post on here that you want it, and then let the community vote for you. Like I said, the idea is I want somebody that able to have the right equipment, test them and kind of spread them out different region, have different equipment. So that way you get more variety of the shooter at, and I love to send it to kind of the people that I know and the people I like, but at the same time we're not going to be able to get that test results that we're looking for. So like I said, this project's a little bit different. Michael, Tornado, yeah, but it's in production. I finished. It's actually, the project is done. Starting next week, I will release the series of R&D videos on that. You get to see how it's come to life, from concept to design to different attenuation that we did to it. It's not something that we just woke up and decide to make it. It's actually go through like several different design and how we got there, and the change that we made to it, and of course the final version will have that new feature. I love to show you guys, but I'm gonna refrain holding up that excitement a little bit. I'll show you guys when due time comes, but if you will love that new feature that we added in, will be like nothing like that we've been done before. And it's a feature that I will talk about more about it, but I feel like I'm gonna give away right now. So let me cut it off, and before I said too much, and I give you guys give it away. All right, so Carlos, Quebec, Canada, rocking Magfed. Yeah, Blade. That's how you pronounce it. So yeah, it's Magfed is growing, blip and bound since the last 6-7 years. Like I said, when we did the first Operation End War in 2009, that kind of exploded the Magfed scene. And then we learned a lot from that event. We learned that Magfed is totally different, and you gotta have good magazine, or you have a system that able to overcome that. That's where that's how we came up with the Lok-Bolt, because the magazine was not performing well. And then some subsequent thing came with a D-Max, because we've realized that people cannot afford $40 magazines. That's why we're making sub $10 magazine. So you can buy, right now you can buy a pack of 10 magazines for like 80 bucks. It's okay to lose one, you still have 9 more, or 2, and you still have a few left. That's why that's all these idea I comes from, and that's how this product come up with. Of course, the D-Max is not the the best magazines, but it's a budget magazine. It will work and will continue to work for you when you are getting to the game, as far as rental wise, and far as just go and play. Of course, it needs refined. To be refined. That's why we come up the second gen, the Helix mag. It's a better system. But I think as we move into the future, there's going to be much more improvement that we could definitely add on to it. I'm right on the East Coast. We hear the same. Ray's aftermarket Tipx shell will work. More than likely, it will work because the spec that I use are pretty much the same spec as the one on the Tipx, unless they change to something I don't know. But Race, it more than likely will work. Like I said, I just corrected the version. Like I said, this is I just got this done like a few hours ago, right before I got the show. Just make sure that I get this right. But this is my final sample that I'm gonna be testing. But you guys gonna get the previous version. I'm able to kind of correct that, but it's still fully functional. You guys seen the one that Brett did? It's kind of all messed up. I got some machine mark on it, but it put into the body, and it works beautifully. So in fact, you know what I'm gonna do is gonna play a video from last week for you guys, just one time. I know I played like several times last week, so you guys probably get bored of it, but next week I'm definitely able to I could do a little more in-depth video on this version next week. Oh. You guys, if you guys watching this show, if you can, please share it so that way more people know about the show. More people know about what we do. More people get into the community. Get spread out information so that way they can have access to, you know, in the circle that we are. The more people will know about what we do, the better. Not just about the sports, but the information available, so that way people are not misinformed. You know, sometimes people don't have a chance to watch it, so if you share it, people have a chance to kind of, you know, go into the feed, and they actually can catch that as they go. All right, guys. So right now, Edson has it at 160. All right, so I'm gonna talk about let's switch the camera a little bit. I'm gonna switch this camera for you guys to this this block, so I can show you a little bit detailed, so that way you can see how it looks like. All right, so let's go here. I'm gonna swap my camera here. All right, guys, this is the Tipx block right here. I'm not sure you guys can hear me properly, but this is the Tipx block that we just put together. This little guy here lets you install on your body here, on your Tipx body, and it has this. Of course, it's first strike. You can actually put your first strike in there, right there. A D shape. You can actually, we tested this and it worked out really well, so you're not going to worry about having a feed problem. We test very thoroughly on this, make sure it feeds properly. On the top right here, of course, you see this little bar right here, so every time around chamber up, it will push the little lever out of the way, allow your bolt to move forward. If not, the lever stay down and it will lock the bolt from firing. Two things to note, so you guys can do this in the future. One thing though, you definitely need to look at is the type of magazine you're going to use. Your Lok-Bolt obviously is going to come with this top spring, and what the spring does, it's going to let you bring this Lok-Bolt up and down. And if you can use a spring on the top here, and you're using your standard 7 rounds magazine, it will not let you fire the last round because the spring on the Tipx is really weak and will not push this up far enough. But if you use the 12 round true feed, it will work fine. So if you're gonna do that, you're able to shoot it properly and have no problem with that. And we'll shoot to the last round. Of course, the 12 round true feed will be stronger, so you're able to shoot that. Let me show you that, guys, in the chamber here. Right there. Here, see that? That's a chamber, and of course, right there, that's the Lok-Bolt. So when you fire it off, this little guy here gonna push up and then get out of the way for you. That, and it's really simple mechanism, but it works really well as far as getting the management of the rounds and able to keep that up for you. I think in the future though, you're definitely gonna able to apply this more to different markers and stuff. So I'm gonna play a video for you really quick from Brett. He did one of the first Lok-Bolt tests for us, and you can check it out to see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera quick for you guys.
This is Brett with Team Fury. Today I'm showing you the Tipx Lok-Bolt. So this is it here. This is a prototype part, so don't mind machining marks here and on this side. So we're just going to focus on the actual features of this, and I'll show you what it is. So it is essentially just a TIPX barrel block, with the exception of this lever here and the fact that it does come stock milled for FSR. So this lever here is the Lok-Bolt itself. So as you can see now, the lever is outward and it would block the bolt from passing through, therefore not allowing it to fire. So when there's a round, or let's just say my finger, in the chamber, it'll lift that lever up and the bolt will pass through. So that is how you fire it. So if it is not loaded, it will not fire. So this could be helpful for a lot of reasons. To name a couple, you know, if you have a misshapen paintball or if a round is improperly seated, you're not going to chop it. Also, if you're just playing, it's really easy to tell when someone is out of ammo with a TIPX because they have short barrels and dry firing is very, very loud. So this will eliminate that noise, or at least reduce it to the point where a player won't really be able to hear it and move up on you. So it can be beneficial for that reason as well. So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'll install this into my TIPX and I'll get back to you with a shooting video and you can see how it functions. Okay, so we have our barrel block loaded into our TIPX. So ready to shoot. I got 3 mags with me total. I have 2 7-rounders and I have 1 12-rounder, and we're gonna see how it functions. Okay guys, here's it with a 7-round true feed magazine. Let's see how it shoots. There you go. There we go. So now I'm going to try with a 12-rounder true feed, and we're going to see how many rounds we get off. Mind you, my 12-rounders never worked properly, so I always had feeding issues. So maybe this Lok-Bolt will even help prevent my gun from chopping up paint like it normally does with these 12-rounders. So here we go. And there you have it, 12 rounds perfectly fed. And just to show you, oh, there is apparently 13, or I miscounted, never mind. There you go. Now the bolt is being blocked by our Lok-Bolt, so it is not cycling. So there you have it. This is the Lok-Bolt. I'm very impressed with it, honestly. I didn't expect it to work this well in this stage. So this is something I've been looking forward to for a long time, long before it was even announced to be made. So I'm really happy that this is out, and I'm sure you guys will be too once it's released. So just keep an eye out for it. KT will update you as he makes more progress, and it will be out for everyone soon. So thank you for watching. Bye.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that quick video there. Like I said, Brett was one of the first person to get to test them beside. That's why people actually come and stop by at our location here. So like I said, we're gonna need to pick 4 players to test them out. You guys definitely able to kind of contribute your you contribute that so to get the right person to test for you. So I haven't got anybody in yet, so let's get going here guys. So who you guys want to test this for you, go ahead and name them out, and then we'll put together a list of people, and so I can get them out for you. So stand up to Nightmare PB. Nightmare PB gonna test a different version, Adam, not this one. Right now we still kind of go through the kind of beginning state testing, kind of get you guys to get acquainted with it first, and then afterward, once we kind of refine a little better, when okay, you gotta go, then I'll get him the kind of like the final version from the test, rather than having at the early stage. I'd rather get spread it out to as many people as possible, new people, so that way more have opportunity to check them out. Right? Like I'd rather have the equipment go to different people, so that way they can experience what we do and what we're trying to accomplish, rather than just do the same individual that we have support. It's great, but I'd rather give them to a later stage when we have the actual production version. So I guess I'm gonna input on that. Just let me know. Oh, Clayton, good to see you, bud. Haven't heard from you in a while. Omar, good to see you. So like I said, I need to narrow down to 4 people. So you guys go ahead and help me narrow down to. I mean, of all the people here, everyone kind of excited about this new project. But like I said, we need to narrow down to 4 people. For this week, I have more. I'm making about 15 units. So after this week, I will have another 9 units left. So if you guys don't have a chance to kind of take on it, we can wait for the next week release. I could only make a few units at a time. So this is like the beta version, the prototype version. It's not like a full production. When we do full production, we can do a lot more. But this is still an early stage, kind of fine-tune it, kind of figured out where we need to improve, and then to make it as the best product possible. So for now, we're still trying to figure things out. We'll have duty tent for better PB feeding. Brad, unfortunately, no. It will only have 1 detent as it currently is right now. Basically, exactly what the Tipx block is doing. Having 2 detent may also create a problem. It's increased friction as the bolt kind of shoot the projectile out. It may create something else that we don't know about. Like I said, so far the result that we're getting is it's working well. That's what I'm looking for, getting more results, more feedback from different users and the way that they're using it. In wet location, in cold location, in humid location, in dry area, like I said, just different location. That way we have more data on how it feeds. Yeah, Clint, good to see you. Great, glad to hear you're doing well, buddy. Hopefully I can catch you at Kilo 69. I'll be there in about 2 weeks. So you guys if you're coming down there, hope to see you out there. So next week, guys, I will be this weekend here, just 3 more days away. I'll be at SU Village in SoCal. You guys coming out to the event, come and check us out. I'm starting to put things together. I'm leaving Friday. Hopefully I'll be there like early Friday. If not, I will be up and running by Saturday. So you guys want to stop by and check some things out, or need help with anything, bring it by, so that way I can support you on that. Of course, the following week I will be in Pennsylvania, of course, for the Kilo 69 event at EMR Park, and right after that I'll be at USPN for the all-person N19. So 3 events back to back, and after this 3 event I'm done for the year, guys. So don't ask me to go to another event, because I gotta prepare for the holidays too. We're gonna be hitting in the holiday season and right around the corner. Well, Thanksgiving and then your Christmas and New Year, so it's gonna be really busy around here. Trying to finish all this project you guys ask about. The Tornado is pretty much done in production. Next week I'll release the first video on the R&D, and then we'll just try and finish up the shape projectile, waiting for that adjustment version, and then after that we start cranking them out. So a lot of new stuff, a lot of great project in the works. So you guys gonna get in, stay updated with the show, and then I'll update you guys. So we have not figured out who's gonna do the Tipx block prototype testing. So far we have not got some names here, but we have no definitive no definitive nominee yet. So you guys go ahead and nominate some people so that we can finalize a list. I like to get them out for you guys tomorrow, and they're done, so they're pretty much ready to go out. So I like to get them out tomorrow for as soon as possible, so you guys can have a chance to test them out before we go to the next batch that we get them out for you. All right, so if you guys came in late, we do have this marker up for auction today. Then this is the Vortex. We call this just a rail handguard. We don't have a name for this, so just a basic Vortex marker. Top right now it will be at $160. So you guys went up for it, you can have that. Jeremy, sure, buddy. I'll let you shoot this one right here. This is the very one I just like I said, I just finished this one a few hours ago. Testing it. I have not tested, but I just finished putting it together. So next week, next couple days, Jeremy, I'll test them. You can definitely run this for at War 9. All right, so Rashid. Rashid is one nominee to be the tester. Alma Carrillo by Timothy Frail. So you have two people now that being nominated to test. So you guys, like I said, I would go ahead and start nominate people, and then you guys finalize the list, and then we will I'll get them out. Like I said, the idea is that I'm trying to get like spread it out to as the people that normally get to test stuff, or people that not really in the circle that we're in. I like to get to those guys so that way they can test them out, rather than give it to the regular people that always get to test stuff. So that's the reason why I'm doing this, and I'm trying to do that into the future too. That way we're able to reach to different players and get different perspective, like, you know, a true no BS kind of test, you know, say like it is, rather than try and get to the same people, and they're so expert at it, right? They all comment. So want to get to like new people too, that way they can get a first hand of the new stuff. Ron, Carlos nominated Ron. I nominated myself. Go away, Adrian. Oh man. Okay, guys. So this is the last marker that, not the last, but this is the last that I'm gonna talk about. This is not an exciting marker to auction, but it's something of a basic marker to kind of put together. So you guys went up for this 1.6 right now. Edson has it, and I'm gonna call this off about 5:15. So you guys got about 6-7 minutes left on this auction. Okay, so we're gonna call it 5:15, and we're done for this marker. All right, some great comment going on here. So right now we have Adrian, we have Ron, and then we have Omar Carrillo, and I think somebody else was nominating here. Go ahead and guys, go ahead, if you get somebody sitting there, if you can, start putting a list together, so that way when we're done with the show, we can finalize it. I can't really type at the moment, so you guys can go ahead and keep the list together. It would be great. Carlos Phil Ramirez, okay, for Tipx Lok-Bolt. I will test on my TCR. From what I heard, Scott, the TCR, the Lok-Bolt, I mean the block on the Tipx and the TCR, yes, share the same part. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't take my word for it. But from what I heard, people able to use the same block. So when it does come out, I like to make sure, so that way we know that for a fact it does. Right now, I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully that information is true. Tuna, what about you? Get some people to nominate you, but and then you can get to test it. But like I said, this is, I have only 4 this week, and I'll have more next week. Next week I will have another batch of 4. So next week we'll have more coming out. Like, so I'm making about 15 units to be tested, and I think that will be a good enough data for the test. I mean, I would say 15 units is adequate to get all the data we need and have it, have it out there, so that way players can test them and it would know what's going on. I believe 15 is adequate. If we need to make more, I'll make more. But at the moment right now, I have 15 units. And this is the like I said, the final version I'm about to test too. So I have the data. You guys have the information to the feedback that we get and make sure that it worked. It is 100%. So you guys ask about a lot of different type of product that we are working on. So you know, the tornado, of course, somebody was asking earlier. I can't, you know, the tornado is the Tipman X7 Classic conversion kit. It's also built into a full gun of AK-12. You guys want to check it out, look into that. But the AK-12 definitely something that you guys want to look into. It's a modern version of the AK-47, and of course, all the different accessories we currently have on it will also be compatible. So it'll be a great little piece there. Omar Khan for the Tipx Lok-Bolt by Jimmy Sun. Everyone knows Ron. You wanna sell? All right. Maybe not this turnaround, but of course, definitely you guys can able to nominate people so that way we can get them out. I have 3 my detached: Jeff, Justin, and Miguel. All right. Message me, guys, if you guys really look into it, and maybe there is a specific person you think is the best for testing it. You can message me privately, PM me, and then I will work with you on that. So as far as the test goes, like I said, we got enough nominee here for us to put together. Like I said, we'll end of the show, we'll put together, and then we'll get them out. They're ready to go. They're ready to go out. So I'll get it out for you tomorrow. As soon as we get the names and the address ready, it will be in the mail. The block is the same for Tipx and TCR. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Jen. Because we used to have a TCR, but we don't have anymore. I think somebody borrowed it. So definitely we just have Tipx right now. Phil, I think somebody already nominated you, buddy. One of my fellow Kingsguard teammate uses Tipx, Jake. He'll be at Kilo 69, would be nominate him. He would be glad to test him for sure. Thanks, Devin. I'll bring some to Kilo 69, and then I'll bring down to SC Village as well. So anybody want to test them out, you can actually get them out and test them. Like I said, I only have a few units, so you guys want to see me over at the event there and wouldn't mind tearing your guns out at an event, I'll bring them out for you guys to test them. Like I said, it works a little bit different. It definitely changed the way that you operate the unit. I would say every system has strengths and weaknesses, so I would say that it would have different strength, and of course weakness is that you cannot dry fire, and dry fire is nice for you to do it when you need to diagnose, but also at the same time with not able to dry fire, you're able to save gas. You're able to kind of when you have ammo, people wouldn't know that you have ammo. It's kind of reduced down that echo downrange, so it's actually a good option to have. All right, guys, 5:15. So I'm gonna call it that. Edson, you are the winner for this week auction at 160. Congratulations, but this is actually a good real shooting marker. I wish I did a shooting video for you, but I didn't have a chance to do that. Like I said, today's really been really busy for me, able to test multiple products that I just finalized. I'm very sure you enjoy this little guy. So good, really good shooting marker, excellent for as a beginner's gun, and great for when you are doing like a loner, or you hand it out to somebody, or of course it is good always. Definitely, if you are gonna get this and you have to play at different fields, get a box mag, and you can do both Magfed, and you play with different players and hopper players. Definitely something to look forward to. All right, the more people being nominated, I love it because now we have more option list so far. All right, thanks Felix, appreciate it, buddy. Omar Carrillo, Damien, Omar, and Blade Magfed. All right, so we have 4 right now. So you guys, looks like that gonna be the list. Next week, I am going to have 4 more, and you guys come have 4 more that I'm gonna hand out for you guys next week in the show. So if you guys going to SC Village, I can have some there as well. If you guys want to test them out, I'll hand out for you and you can test them. Like I said, if you don't mind, take your marker apart at an event. Of course, you can do it, but recommend not to. Any video on the Tipx block? Yes, Neil, there is a video on the site. If you go to MCS site and search for Tipx block, it should be there. And that video, it's live. It's right now. It was made by Brett Willems from Team Fury. It's a great video. It said I didn't say. Brett didn't go too much details on how the Lok-Bolt works, but from the feedback that we're getting, he able to shoot that like there's no problem. It works great. He able to shoot it in the rain, in wet conditions, so it's still fully operational. I believe that the Tipx is one of the great marker for round paintball because of the spring. If you guys notice on the spring on the Tipx, the magazine spring is super light. That allows you to kind of shoot round paintball, and what it does, it doesn't kind of crush and stack the paintball and change the shape of the rounds, especially in a humid or wet condition. We actually studied that magazine too, and we actually use the same spring strength on the D-Mag as well. So you guys look into the D-Mags, it uses same spring strength as a Tipx pistol magazine. So that's something to look into, because when you guys of course anything that going reverse gravity requires some sort of store energy, and store energy is the spring, right? And of course there are chances that it will get stuck. Like if the ball is too big, it gets stuck. If you get dirt in there, it will stuck. And if don't feed properly, it will stuck. And of course that conducive to a problem where you're not able to feed properly, and then when the ball go in the chamber halfway, it will get chopped in half and create a big mess there. The Lok-Bolt is meant to do that. It will kind of cut off the bolt from firing and not letting it cycle. So that's something that, like I said, we came up with this design from our magazine. The old one, we have the magazine that kind of the winder, and that winder has a little string that pull back the follower. Some of the markers out there right now still using that. We kind of do away with it because, you know, after we do that magazine for like 15 years, realize that we have to take away that winding mechanism. It has a ratchet there, there's a wheel, there's multiple different parts in there, so we decided to take that out completely. And so that allowed us to kind of bring the helix to life. And of course now you have the loading rod, but that let us illuminate bunch of different parts, and it will become a much better reliable magazines. But there are other systems out there. However, the Lok-Bolt worked to overcome that. Joseph Cunningham, good to see you, bud. Psycho Lou, been nominated by Joseph. All right, guys. I believe that I'm gonna get, like, yes, if you want to go ahead and continue doing the list, that way I have 2 lists to work with. So this week, like I said, we're gonna have 4 to hand out. The next week I have another batch of 4. That's total of 8 plus 2, that's 10. So so I have about 12 more to hand out for you guys. So you can create I only do a batch of 4. So this week I have 4, next week I have 4. So if we can create like a list this week, next week we kind of clean it up a little bit, and I'll get them out for you guys so you guys can test them out and get good feedback on them. Like I said, the Lok-Bolt, I would say that it's not for everyone in a way, because if you are you're not able to not able to feed properly, it will help that. Oh, Sherry, love to have. I'll get you one, Sherry. How's that? I'll get you one of the latest one I got right here. I have a couple of latest units right here. I'll get you one of these. You can test them. Like I said, uh, get them out to different players so that way you have the different type of feedback, right? Not just this, the same feedback that we have. Get them out for everybody. All right, how's it's going with the MSR round? MSR round is currently in the final process, Brandon. I'm doing the like I think I showed you guys last time. The shell was off tiny, off a little bit. So when I shoot it, it's not continue to carry the flight as far as I want it. So next in a week or two, I'm gonna get the final version from that, and after that, you're gonna able to I'm gonna do more shooting video. I know you have not seen much shooting video. The only one I've ever done is Brian down in SoCal. He was doing that, but I don't want to show until I able to put like a mag down range at 50 yards and hitting that torso size target over and over again, boom, 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 every single shot. That's when I believe when we're able to kind of show you guys what this shape round can do. Before that, I don't think it's too early to show, and that will reflect like, okay, it's not ready. I want to show you when it's ready, and you know that the round has the flight capability. So I'd love to show you guys, but give me a little bit more time, about another week or two. You're able to have that, and you're able to shoot it and shoot it well. All right, guys, any question, go ahead and throw it out for me. I believe that right now Tuna got quite a few be nominated there, and then there's a list up here already. So I'm gonna go with that list that Felix put together for me for the tester for this week. Tuna, I'll get you one as well, and then Sherry, I'll get you one. So that's 6. And you guys seeing me at Kilo 69. If I have any extra, then I'll hand it to you. And if you are going to SC Village, if I have any extra, I'll hand it out for you. Like I said, some of the finalized after this week or two, we should able to have the okay. So, oh, thank you, Felix. Oh man, you kick ass there. Thank you. So second batch, Psycho Liu, Carlos, Tuna, and Sherry gonna do the second batch. So that gives us at 10 units. That means I have 4 more left. So maybe next week we'll get more data back from everybody, and then from there we're able to have the final list. So like I said, that will bring us to about 15, 16 units. That will cover almost everyone, and we able to get the data, and then we can crank them out. All right, guys. Any question, comment, concern? Please give me a shout. I will able to address for you. I know a lot of you guys message me. Give me some time to reply. If you guys are not able to get support you need, you can email me directly, kt@mcsus.com. Like I said, I'm going to an event. You guys have a chance to kind of hit me up if I need. Now, if I can support you in any way, let me know. If somebody here dropped the ball and they didn't get to you in a timely manner, hit me up directly, email me, message me, and then I will get on it for you right away. Sometimes, like you guys email me, I don't respond within like a day or two. Email me again. Emails sometimes get lost in cyberspace, or sometimes I drop the ball altogether. So help me by just remind me so I can get to it for you. Omar had a great question about the locking the mag Lok-Bolt in order to empty your tank. On this Lok-Bolt, on a Tipx, you don't have to do that. You can just dry fire it. It will let some air pass. The bolt does not do a full cycle. Some air will pass, but not completely. So you're gonna save some gas there. So it will still, you can still able to cycle through, no problem. If you can disable Lok-Bolt by have an option of dry firing, that would be great. Currently on the Tipx and the Phenom, you can do that, but on the 468, it doesn't do that at all. You have to manually lock it out. It built completely 2 different systems, 2 different valves, so they don't really, one function not able to override the other. In the future, though, we are, we are working on different bolt, and we're working different valve system that perhaps can overcome that. But in the for the time being, we on that 468, it doesn't do that. You have to disengage the bolt and dry fire, or release the your airline. Let you do that. That would be help the gas to Tipx using. Yes, Omar, the Lok-Bolt on the Tipx, you can like I said, you can still dry fire, let some air pass through, and then allow you to remove the remote line off of that. Like I said, it's a much I wouldn't say much better. I would say that it's a different system than the mechanical system that we currently use. That's why I kind of the Hurricane or the Phenom system built onto the Lok-Bolt. When you fire, it gives you kind of hiss sound that will let you kind of release the air at the same time, let the new players know they need to reload. Kind of playing time crisis, you reload. When you hear that, you know you got to reload or something is not correct. Same way, you either way you still have to do a back change anyway, right? So allow you kind of give that audible sound. Is partial wet gas? Yeah. All right, guys. Any question? Go ahead and post it up, and then I will able to address it to you right now. If not, well, you can hit me directly on Facebook. Just message me. If you are not online, email me kt@mcsus.com, or you can also get into chat off our website. I get on there once in a while, and I do get on there too. So if you guys let me just put a message there, and I will get to it maybe an hour or two, or just whenever. And news on the drum mag. Drum mag is not ready yet, still in the early stage. But the box mag, though, the box mag is coming back. It's making great stride. I'm hoping to do a shooting video for you guys in the next week or two. But next week, it's gonna be mostly about the Tornado. Like I said, I'm gonna release the first R&D video on the Tornado next week and let you guys kind of see how it looks, the way that it's designed, and how we came up with all the different features. 4 different videos on that, and the final one, the 5th video, is when you guys will see exactly how it looks and the different features that it has. So maybe the 6th video, maybe the 5th one, I kind of show you how it looks, how it functions, shooting tests and everything. And then the 6th video, I'll show you guys the latest features that it has. Kind of spread out for a month and a half there, allow us to get into production, and get, by the time that we go through the videos, production almost done. And perhaps you guys want to pre-order them. I'm probably gonna let you guys pre-order this system early, so that way it's one of those projects that we work on it so long, we know the different the schedule that it has. So it's one of those projects that it's gonna arrive on time for a change, right? All right, guys. I think you're taking that marker. Carlos, you're right. Edson is the winner, 160. So congratulations, bud. Like I said, it's going to be a really good shooter for you. You enjoy it quite a bit there. All right, guys. Any question, comment, concern? Let me know. As always, I'm really glad that all of you are part of the show. Like I said, it's going to be it's great to have the show, because I get to get to see you guys, online, of course, but interact with you, and be build this community for us to let us pass the information out there. There's a lot of information that a lot of people don't know. This opportunity for us to kind of keep you updated, get the information out there so people are informed. Appreciate for that you guys being part of the show. Like I said, this show wouldn't be possible without you guys. So by all means, you guys come to an event and I'm there. Stop by, say hi, so I can meet you in person. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being part of the show, and I hope to see you guys at an event somewhere. Appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna play a quick video at the end, so don't mind me. All right, guys. Take care. See you next week.